Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to the third episode of OK Martini, the podcast with Sophia and Sarah. I'm your friendly neighborhood Sarah, and here's my partner in crime, but not really crime, Sophia.
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back. Wow, third episode, dude. Third episode.
Yeah.
This is, I'm kind of proud of us for, sticking to it. Yeah, episode 2 we're recording this on a Tuesday, and episode 2 was just uploaded, at 2 in the morning today. So, it was supposed to upload on Friday, but, I don't know what was going on, maybe, because I'm using Final Cut Pro to edit the videos, but, so maybe, I didn't know how to export it properly or whatever, but it was just, taking so long. It was 2 days that it was stuck on, 5%.
Yeah, crazy.
But it's finally up now. I think I figured it out, so, here we are, how's your Tuesday, man? I mean, besides, would you like to tell the people what happened today?
So, I just wanted to make some lunch, casually. So I put some chickpeas in the oven with parchment paper, baking paper, basically. And it set on fire. I don't know how this never happened before. But I opened the oven and it was on fire, and I was like,
oh my god.
Oh, this sucks, you know.
Well, this is understatement of the year.
So I just I think your survival instincts just kick in, because I just took anything and poured water on it, which is probably the dumbest idea, because
I have a question though about that. When you sent me the audio telling me that it was on fire, was that when you were pouring the water on it?
Yes.
Okay, because I was listening to the audio and I was like, she's panicking over a fire. But she's sending me an audio, and I was like, is that water in the microphone? And I was playing it for my roommate, and she was like, wait, so the thing in her oven caught on fire, and she sent you an audio instead of thinking.
I need to talk to someone to cope with it.
Yeah, and like we said in the first episode, this is the basis of our friendship.
I guess because if something were to happen to me, if I caught on fire.
Yeah, instead of calling the fire department, call your friend. So you have moral
at least
support.
You would know what happened, that's what happened.
Weird things happen in Florence, man. That's actually so funny, because a while ago, remember those American students that set their house on fire?
Yes.
That was so funny. Do you want to tell the story?
Yeah. They tried to cook pasta without water.
And they were this was literally in Repubblica, which is a very important newspaper in Italy, so it was was real. At first I was there's no way this is real. And when they talked to the students, they were oh, what the fuck happened? Yeah, they were oh, we thought that's how you make it. We were making a traditional pasta.
They literally just put pasta in
a pot and just put that on the fire.
They didn't put this is okay, my parchment paper setting on fire, okay.
It's paper, okay, given that it's not supposed to, maybe that's a fault for the company. If I were you, maybe I'd buy different brand or something after this. But pasta without...
how do you not know? Okay, some people some people put the water in and then they put the pasta in straight away, they don't wait for the water to boil. Okay,
yeah, but that's totally different. The water's still involved.
Exactly. Okay, fine, you don't know how to cook pasta, but this? Come on, how do you think the pasta will go soft? How do you think you will eat it?
But what's also funny to me is I'm trying to figure out, because they said we were trying to make a traditional dish. We thought this is how you did it. So what I'm trying to figure out is did they hear the name of a dish and think to themselves, oh yeah, like, this is how we'll improvise it? Or were they reading off a recipe? Because that's so weird.
Okay, like, a part of me thinks maybe it was one of those, like, one-pot pastas that all Italians despise. You know those one-pot videos?
Yeah, but the thing is, they always add the pasta, like, last thing.
Yeah, but maybe they just, like, didn't, I don't know.
Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, what they did. Like, I mean, I don't know, because I've actually had, like, an instance where, like, my pasta, like, just, like, the tip of it caught on fire, and, like, with dry pasta, when it's, like, sticking out the edges of the pot, and, like, if the flame hits it, it's flammable, so it catches on fire. That's the only time it's ever happened to me. So I'm assuming that they did that with spaghetti. They just put it, like, upright in, like, a pot with, like, the flame on high. So it caught on fire, and of course, who cooks pasta and, like, leaves the room or wherever?
Dude, these are Americans.
And what like, the worst part of Florence, American.
Dude, my fucking neighbors, like, sorry.
What did your neighbors say, like, last night?
Oh my god, they literally said, like, this guy always says some weird shit to his girlfriend, or I don't know who the hell they are. Maybe they're not even dating, I don't know, but...
It's like a group of people living next to Sophia.
I guess. Yeah. And the guy literally says, it's leaking? Your vagina is leaking? Like, I think, like, I can, like, where my bedroom is, like, that's where their bathroom is, you know? Because I only hear them sometimes.
I see.
But I hear them so clearly. Or sometimes, like, she's in the shower and he would be like, are you okay? And she'd be like, I'm in the shower. Are you okay? I'm in the shower. Like, yelling at him. I'm like, dude.
What? Like, here, like, sometimes my apartment, the building I live in, is not soundproof at all. Like, the rooms are not soundproof, neither is the entire apartment. I can hear my neighbors singing opera. Like, one of our neighbors are opera singers. One time, like, I was out sitting in the balcony, and one of our neighbors was making toast, and we could smell it. Like, this doesn't really go with sound, like, being soundproof. But anyways, like, weird things. So one of our neighbors plays guitar, and, like, you know, my upstairs neighbor, like, I can always see, like, their dog. And, like, sometimes me and the dog play around in the balcony. It's cute. But like, the thing, like, when I first moved in, like, my first, like, 2 weeks or so in the new apartment, I was, like, alone. My other roommates hadn't come yet. And, like, it was, like, late at night, and I was trying to go to bed, and I just heard this, like, weird moaning. But I wasn't sure if it was sexual, because it sounded like an old woman.
Yeah. Wait, sorry, I just found the article of the pasta situation.
We'll link it in the description.
Yeah, but I'm just going to read this part.
Tell me.
According to the Italian newspaper La Nazione, 3 20-year-olds bought some pasta and took it back to their apartment in Florence with high hopes for an authentic Italian dinner. But instead of boiling several quarts of water before adding the pasta, you know, the step one of every set of pack of the box, the instructions, like in the pasta, they emptied the dry noodles directly into the pot.
Oh, God.
Like, in fucking brackets, sigh. What's written in this article? I can't.
So, I can't get over that. That is so weird. Like, I don't know. Americans, they do, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I can hear my old neighbors having sex sometimes. And from my roommate's room, like, which is so weird because I don't hear it, but whenever, like, she just randomly calls me into her room, we go into her room. And, like, you listen, and it honestly sounds like someone's shooting a porno.
Oh my God.
Like, the noises you can hear, the bed shaking, the woman, like, I'm not even getting, like, I'm convinced that they're, like, porn stars and, like, that's their studio or something.
Do you think?
No, like, I'm exaggerating, because, like, they have, like, one, like, really, really young child and, like, one toddler, and the guy is actually really hot. But, like, they have sex quite a lot, and, like, I don't know, and the sounds the woman makes, sometimes she swears in English, she's like, fuck, 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 fuck.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's really weird. I think I've tried to send you audios, but it's, like, so faint, like, you really have to, like, listen for it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Food.
Crazy.
Food is a great thing.
When you don't burn it.
Yeah, I love food so much. I have it for every meal.
Fucking kill me? Okay.
Yeah, I actually didn't cook today, though. Because, like, I don't know, I wasn't bothered to really clean and stuff. And, like, I forgot to buy, like, salt for the dishwasher. So, like, it wasn't cleaning properly. And so I just, like, I got, like, some, like, pizza type breads from the bakery near my house, and it was so good. It was so good. Italians when it comes to food, like aside from being like terrifying, they know what they're doing.
Dude, for sure.
Like
they know not to set the pasta on fire, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're not talking about like, but like, it's so funny. Italians are so strict with food. I don't know if I mentioned this in my first episode. In my first episode, Sophia.
Oh my god. Okay, bye.
in the first episode, but like, I really enjoy cooking, and I would always post like pictures of stuff I cooked onto my Facebook. And I posted like this pasta that I made for myself, just for fun. I didn't think it was like a particularly special dish. It was just like some linguine with red sauce, and like I cooked the chicken, like, and like I just added it, like I just chopped it up and added it, like not like to make like chicken pasta, but I was like, let me have some protein, so I just tossed it in. And I posted a picture of it, and like so many people were like, you do not add chicken to pasta. And like I swear, one of the comments, I think I sent it to you my first year. One of the comments was, if you do this again, I will burn your visa. And I was like,
What? Why are they so okay? Like
they're
I
really
get it.
like I understand like you know I don't want to say I don't know, they're terrifyingly strict when it comes to like authentic food.
Yeah. But you know those like videos on Instagram of the one pot pastas?
Oh god, yeah.
Every one of those videos in the comments, like Italians are just going.
They're just
mad.
going
like,
off. No, this isn't how you do it. Like this isn't what my grandmother died for. It's like, bro,
Bro. Every time you do this, an Italian dies, blah blah. Like
like
which I get it. Like okay,
yeah.
I understand, but
like the thing is like even you know like the show Chef's Table on Netflix, this guy Massimo what's his name, Bottura? It's not Burrata, I know that, but anyways, he has this like Michelin star restaurant in Emilia Romagna called Osteria Francescana or something, and he like when he first started out, it was like molecular gastronomy, like that kind of like food, and like it wasn't well received because like Emilia Romagna is like, you know, one of those regions that's also like really really famous for their cuisine. And so like at first everyone was saying there's no way you're gonna win, this isn't like how you make it, like you ruined lasagna, you've done blah blah blah, because they're like, oh, you should not, like it's like the recipe is like sacred, you do not change it, like this isn't how my grandmother taught me to make it. And it's like, and then eventually the reason like his business like started off was this foreign food critic was driving through Italy, and he stopped by Emilia Romagna, and he went to his restaurant and he wrote a review for it, and like then he just like became like famous. But yeah, they're so strict with food, and like how everything needs to be done in a certain way, like you don't drink this type of wine with this type of meat, you know, it's like at the same time I really like that culture, because it's just like, I don't know, it's do you know how to put it into words? I don't.
No, for sure. Like I think
like how's a pranzo
means a lot to them.
Yeah, food means a lot to them.
And the thing is, like, what I actually love about this food culture, is that like even if they're eating alone, but like mostly it's like families eating together. They love like going out to restaurants, sitting together, eating, talking.
They want good food,
I love that.
And I love that so much. And they care about that. Like, and I don't know, it's really refreshing, and it like, especially like if you enjoy, because like you also really enjoy cooking, it's really nice to have that culture where it's just like, oh my god, like even the supermarket, the ingredients are really good, and like the quality is always great. And
yeah, exactly. No, I love it, and I love like even like when
they're hedonistic people, I'd say.
Yeah. For sure.
Like they just want to enjoy themselves, and that's why.
Yeah, exactly. Like
you see,
I think like even if you just get like a sandwich or like a pizza, but like it's not expensive, but it's still good. Like
it's like
good,
you're but like I mean, of course there are certain places where it's like the food is crap. You know, it's like that everywhere. But like in a very general sense, like if I'd say the majority, you know, you can pretty much almost go like into like anywhere and have like a decent dining experience.
Like, I mean, unless it's like a very touristic place, like
then they just overcharge you for the view and the area and everything. But yeah, like, I recently like discovered this app called Cortilla, and it's like online grocery shopping. And, like, I don't know, like, I'm really interested in trying it out because, like, one of my friends said that the quality of the ingredients is really great, but you have to order it, like, in, like, a big, like, sets. Like, it has, like, not like, like, what's it called, like, wholesale, but, like, sort of, like, you need to have, like, a minimum amount of, like, stuff for them to deliver it to you, and they bring it in, like, little crates. So that's something I really want to try, because, I wanna test out making other kinds of things. Nowadays, I've just been like making bread, pretty much.
Yeah, I guess it's like that would be convenient if you order. Like, I mean.
Yeah, like you order it, they bring it the next day.
Yeah. That's
how it works. It's like order before 11 p.m. and you'll get it the next day. Which is cool. I don't know if they have it in Florence. If they have it in like my town, in like my corner of the world, then they should hopefully have it in Florence.
Like in Florence, we have Global, where you can order like from supermarkets, but I never tried that. Yeah.
But one of like the main supermarkets here also does deliveries. But the thing is, like, if it's stuff like, I don't know, I'd say like cereal or yogurt or whatever, like, sure, I could do that. But when it comes to fruit and stuff, I feel like you really need to like go and like pick it yourself. Because you don't know what they're going to give you. Like, they're not going to like look through the fruits and stuff for you to say, oh, this person will like this apple. Not this rotten one. They just like, I don't know. I've never tried it, but that's what I feel like. Oh my god. I don't know why, but I just got reminded this. But like in Iran, like a lot of... I don't know the word for it, but, like, I'm just gonna say grocers, like, specific to, like, fruits and vegetables. Like, you have, like, supermarkets, and then you also have, like, separate, like, shops where they just, like, sell fruits and vegetables and stuff. And those are the ones that people, like, most normally get their fruits from, and all that. Because, like, the quality's good. It's, like, it's literally farm to table is essentially what it is, but it's just, like, casual, and it's, like, really fresh, like, really, really good fruits. And I actually remember so vividly, like, so because it's, like, brought, like, straight from a farm, like, to the shop, like, it doesn't go through any, like, middlemen or whatever, it just, like, goes from there to the store and then to your table. So, like, of course, like, they don't inspect all the fruits and everything individually. And, like, I have this, like, terrible phobia of invertebrates, specifically, like, the worm kingdom. And, like, I will never forget this. I was, like, 4 or something, and I bit into this cherry, but I didn't bite all the way. I don't know why. I just bit into it, and then when I took it back, I saw something green just crawling out. I dropped it. I'm not exaggerating. I did not eat, like, cherries for, like, I think at least, like, 6-7 years because of that. I literally, like, I wouldn't even touch them. Like, I was, like, I mean, I think I was, like, 11 or 12 when I first decided, like, okay, you know what, I'm sure this cherry won't, like, I don't know, but, yeah.
Yeah, I guess you got traumatized.
Yeah, I got really traumatized. Like, of all the things I get traumatized by really weird things, and, like, I don't know, do you ever, like, like, when you think back to your childhood traumas, as we do on a daily basis, do you ever just, like, have this, like, one particular memory, but it's so bizarre that you wonder if, like, you made it up in your brain, or if it's something that really happened? Like, because I have
like, someone said, like, did I dream it, or was this real? Like, do I ask my parents if this happened or not? Like,
I'm like, but the thing is, at the same time, it feels so inconsequential that you feel like they won't, like, remember or kind of be like, oh, like, you're probably making it up. Because, like, it doesn't feel like that big of a deal, but, like, it's, like, embedded into your brain. Like, I don't know. And the thing is, like, sometimes, do you ever, like, have memories of remembering stuff?
Have memories of remembering stuff.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, oh, you think about the time you were 12 and thinking about when you were 3? Do I sound insane?
I mean, I'm not sure. Like,
do I just sound insane?
Do you have memories of remembering things?
Yeah, but anyways, I get that a lot. Like, I remember certain things, and then, like, I get certain memories, and then I suddenly remember that, hey, I remember thinking about this a few years ago. I'm just saying this out loud. I realize, like, how, like, bizarre it sounds.
Okay, but do you ever have those moments, like, I think I've asked you this before. Like, sometimes you just feel like everything around you is moving really slowly.
Oh, yeah, that happens, like, a lot.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
And then I hear this voice in my head. Like,
okay, no, that really doesn't happen, dude. What the fuck? Hold on, what the fuck?
This happens to me all the time. Basically, everything moves slowly around me, but in my head, there's this voice that's, like, whispering really, really quickly. Yeah. And then I lose my mind.
Okay, thanks for listening, guys. This was episode 3 of Pokemon.
No, okay, I'm not the only one. Like, okay, when I say this to people, they're like, this girl is insane. But Maria has the same thing, my friend Maria. She has the same thing happen to her.
Yeah, I'm not going to be hanging out with you guys anymore. This was really fun while it lasted, dude.
Maybe someone else feels the same. Like,
yeah, schizophrenics.
Oh my god.
No, I'm joking. But what kind of whisperings do you hear? Is it just like or like words?
The voice is like saying stuff, but sometimes also like saying what I'm doing. Like, but it's not my voice. It's like I don't know who's.
Oh, it's like the voice in your head, or like a different voice from that. Because like, you know, sometimes when you think there's a voice in your head.
Yeah, no, like a different voice, and I don't know whose voice this is. Like, probably Satan's or something.
Wow, great job redeeming yourself, honestly. Honestly. I mean, like, sometimes, like, stuff around me moves really slowly, and I hear Satan's voice, like, narrating what I'm doing.
Like, I don't know.
So wait, when you tell me narrator, she was not okay, is that Satan talking to me? Have I had contact with Satan?
No, I don't know whose voice it is, but I mean, it's not. Like, I've never heard this voice in my life, right?
It's the narrator. We're in a teen rom-com.
I don't know. No, this voice is, like, very, like...
Record scratch. Freeze frame. Yep, that's me. Bet you're wondering how I got into this situation. You see, it all started when my friend started telling me that she hears Satan's voice in her head.
Yeah, I mean, the voice is, like, not good. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell that this person is up to something.
Oh my god, Sophia, you're really not doing yourself any favors right now.
Dude, this is my life, like, sorry.
Now I'm starting to understand what you mean when you tell me, oh, I think I'm going crazy, and I'm like, oh, same, dude. Because let me tell you, I love you, but not same. Get help, man.
Yeah, I need it. I mean, I've never had therapy in my life, so maybe I should start.
Yeah, you didn't have to tell us that. I think we knew. I'm sorry.
My parents don't believe in mental illness. So
yeah, I think it's like a thing for people, like, in our region.
Yeah.
Like, or most of the time, like, I think the only mental illness they accept is, like, the ones where it's, like, really out of whack. Like, the person's, like, insane and, like, needs to be, like, sedated. I think that's the only time where they're like, yes, that is mental illness. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
Like schizophrenia or something. They'd be like, yes, that's a mental illness. But then, like, if you just have depression, they're like, drink some milk. Fucking pussy.
Try breathing.
Try breathing. Try healing crystals. Oh, man. Fucking threads.
Man.
And I'm just thinking about those right now. I really don't like those.
They're not.
Like, it's gotten to a point where I'm not... I don't know. Do you think people genuinely, like, read them and think, oh my god, I've been enlightened? Or do you think people just, like, look at them saying, like, oh, like, this is bullshit? Like, because it's too weird to... Like, for me, like, I'm having trouble being like, okay, this is, like, a genuine thing that someone's like, you know... how to protect your vibe or whatever. Like, what?
Yeah, like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, like, I mean, Curtis Connor did a video about this. And, like,
I'm trying to find some.
Oh, God, I hate them. I hate the ones where it's, like, Instagram captions. It's always the worst. Dude, it is always the worst ones.
Emojis to use. Like,
emojis to use. Oh, my God. Like, it's so, like, it's for... it's for people who want to be like cool and creative but aren't cool and creative. I feel like that's what it's for, because like the stuff it says, it's like, oh, these are so basic that like anyone would think about it. So the fact that you're like reading this and thinking, oh, this is pure genius, it means that you're not really like creative or anything. You're just like, oh, this is popular, this is it, this is like, you know, ring ring ring, chief, this is it. Whatever that meme is. I still don't understand that meme.
Sister went off.
You kept saying snapped a lot for like a period.
Snapped, dude.
Snapped. Like anything. Dude, she snapped. And I was like, it kind of spread though.
I started using it ironically.
Sure.
And
then Satan
like,
joined it.
Yeah, and then everything went slow and I heard voices and I was like, dude, I snapped. I need fucking help. Like, BetterHelp.com. Like.
Then I heard Satan's voice and I was like, I snapped. Sis snapped.
I'm sorry, but this is like, if you like, maybe now you know why I am the way I am. Like, this is what happens in my.
I just assumed it was like, you know, how you were raised. I didn't know it was Satan.
Think, this whole like slow thing started when I was like 13. Like,
yeah, no, like the slow thing for me also happened like really early.
Yeah. No, same with like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! This person has a self-care tattoo.
What?
Oh my god, I can't do it.
Oh my god, please send it to me. We'll put it up on the screen.
I don't know. Okay, wait, now that I just searched self-care, but now I know like he means like Mac Miller's self-care, not like self-care thread. So now I feel bad.
Oh. Self-care.
Treating me right.
Remember that one time Sophie, oh god, I love you so much. Sophie sent me an audio, and the audio just
can I say something to redeem myself?
I don't know, can you?
I haven't had that slow thing in a while now, so maybe I'm getting better.
Okay.
I hate you.
One time, Sophia, I think, she sent me an audio.
Yeah, we need to talk about that girl as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. So, I really don't like the way it's written, though.
Yeah, the font, right?
Yeah, the font is really shitty.
And what's that thing? And what's that thing in the middle? Like,
what the fuck? This is like a terrible tattoo.
That?
It looks like it says seal cape. It genuinely looks like SELECAPE. Wow, that's a terrible tattoo.
It's shit, but I just feel bad because
it's fucking hand poke too. My hand poke tattoos look better than this.
Okay, anyway. Continue.
But yeah, so Sophia sent me this audio. We were talking about this bish, which Sophia will go into detail for us soon. I really don't know what the accent was. Basically, we were talking about this girl, and Sophia was like, yeah, dude, like literally. And then she just went quiet, and then you can hear her typing, and there's like her music playing in the background, and she's like, self-care, I'm treating me. And she's just like recording like for 30 seconds, and she's like, oh my god. And then like the audio just like ends. It's like,
yeah, I think
it's one of my favorite things. And then you did two more similar to like that format, accidentally like still recording. That was like pure art.
That day I was just like
Satan took over.
Because like I think that girl like made me so confused.
Oh god, share the story, because honestly I want to spark up a debate in the comments. We've had like zero comments. So guys, come on, this is something you need to like help us with, because just tell them. Just begin the story.
Because I'm genuinely losing my mind, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, literally sitting in class, and this girl comes up, and she always comes late, like an hour late or whatever, you know. An hour late with 2 Zara bags. Telling us she just did some shopping, you know. So she comes late, and then we just sit, we're listening to the class, then we talk for a little bit. I think I think I said something to her, like, first, I was like, perfect timing, like, because she was late.
Yeah, but that's funny, like that's banter.
Yeah,
okay, we'll go into the analysis after the story, because you need to hear the entirety of it, guys.
I said perfect timing because right after she came, like 5 minutes later, he was like, pausa café, So... And then she gets up to go take her smoke break, which she literally just came, like, like I can't. Anyway, she makes a point. She gets up, then she turns around. I think she really didn't like the fact that I said perfect timing or whatever the hell I said. She turns around and she's like, Sophia, you stopped smoking. I knew you wouldn't last. Something along these lines. But she said, I knew you wouldn't last. Like that was the main line. And I'm like, okay, let's see what she says next. Maybe we can move from here, maybe it'll make sense in 2 seconds, So she says like, she says, I knew you wouldn't last. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, this thing with you and smoking, I knew it. Like,
this thing with you and smoking.
Like, as if I was dating someone. It's like, this thing with you and Ryan. Like, this thing with you and Ryan, I knew it wouldn't last, like...
Oh my God.
I was like, okay, and she's just like, yeah, like I knew you wouldn't last, like the smoking and you and uni and whatever, and I'm like, and I'm not saying anything at this point because I'm so confused, and then my friend is just like laughing in the background, and I'm like, okay, why is this funny? Like, how is this funny?
God.
Tell me, because I don't understand how this is funny. It's just funny to me because I literally am losing brain cells during.
Yeah, and then you messaged me and you told me the story, and I was at a loss. Yeah. I think we talked about it for like probably like 2 hours straight, and then like we kept talking about it in bursts. Like we'd be talking casually, then we'd be like, "Dude, what did she mean?"
Like, first of all, the wording. I knew you wouldn't last. Like, last with what?
Like smoke. Like I mean, okay. Like let's break it down. So this girl walks in very, very late. You make a kind-hearted joke. Like, it's like witty, You weren't being mean or anything.
And
but
like,
let's say she gets offended. Yeah. She's about to go for her smoke break just as she's entered class. She comes up to you and then tells you, like, hey, you've quit smoking, which is a great thing. Congrats,
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, I quit smoking.
Not that I was a passive smoker. Like, I smoked, like, not even that much, like, once in a while.
Yeah, but anyways, like, and then she's like, oh, I knew you wouldn't, like, is that meant to, like, okay.
Yeah, like, was this meant to be a diss? Like, was she saying, like, haha, you don't smoke? You're cool.
I knew you just did it because you were cool. Like, is that, I mean, I smoke, and I don't do it because it's cool, like...
Like, are we in ninth grade? Like...
And also, like, I mean, I'm trying to, like, figure out, like, what, because, like...
Like, this is something that, like, in fucking, like, literally in year 7...
Yeah, like on Tumblr, because of all the Tumblr pictures.
Yeah. I smoke and I drink and I'm so sad,
I'm so sad. Like, look at me getting lung cancer.
Literally, like, what? I got, like, 1 cigarette a day. Like, I'm gonna shorten my life, Like, who says to someone, I knew you wouldn't last?
I smoke a pack a year. Like...
If you want to comment like on me stopping smoking, you should say, "Wow, congrats! Like you stopped smoking."
I mean, I'm trying to understand. Like in her head, is it a bad thing that you don't smoke? Like, is that how she thinks?
So. I think
so. That's so weird though, because I'm trying to figure out why you would think like. But even if to you it's cool, why would you think that it's cool to the other person?
I don't know, and also, like, I remember, like, she used to talk about it, like, we spoke about smoking. I spoke about smoking with her, like, before, last semester.
Yeah.
Like, just talking about how she's like, oh, yeah, like, in Egypt, I don't smoke, but when I come here, like, I kind of smoke because everyone else is smoking around me. And I was like, okay, understandable,
Yeah.
Then what are you doing? Like, why are you telling me, like, I don't understand this wording. Like, if she just came up to me and be like, oh, you don't smoke anymore, great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would be like, cool. But, like, what is, I knew you wouldn't last. That
what is, like,
a negative...
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I knew... I don't know. Like, I knew you wouldn't last. Like, that means I knew you would not be able to continue smoking.
Like, what is this? Like,
is it a diss? Is it a compliment? Like, oh, I knew you were too pure to last smoking these awful cigarettes that will ruin your health.
I only see it as a negative. Which is
because of the way you described her. I mean, I totally see that.
No, but that's literally how she said it. Like, she literally got up, turned on, Sophia, so I knew you wouldn't last this huge smoking thing, whatever. Oh, but also, like...
The whole you and smoking thing, that's such a weird comment. This sounds like she's, like, talking about, like, a breakup.
Exactly.
This whole
like,
and Jimothy thing.
Yeah. Like, I knew you and Sam wouldn't last. You know what I mean? Like,
I knew that. Did you say Sam?
Oh, sorry. Oh, I didn't even realize.
Oh my god. One time my dad, when he saw Sophie, he went up to her and he was like,
oh my god.
How's your daddy? And Sophie just went quiet. So yeah, really...
I knew this thing with you, this smoking thing wouldn't, like... Yeah, I knew this thing with you and Bob wouldn't last. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like, what does that mean?
This relationship wouldn't have lasted. I knew it from the day one, like, when you started dating. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about?
Like, it sounds so weird. It sounds like, I mean, I don't even know. Like, in her mind, did she think you were smoking to look cool? Like, or to be like that? I honestly think that, and there was, like, you were telling me that she kept trying to look at you in class.
Dude, and literally the other, like...
I think she has a massive lesbian crush on you.
I don't think so, but, you know, at least somebody does, like...
Yeah, I'm the queer one, and she's the one who's getting hit on by girls.
Yeah, anyway, like, she literally stares at me. Like, on Friday, I went up to the professor, and I was just talking to him about my project, whatever, and we sit, like, professor's table is, like, sees the entire class, right? So I can see the whole class. And I look up, and she's staring at me. And I look back down, and I look back up, she's staring at me, and then I smile at her, and she literally looks at me, and then and I'm like, you were staring at me this whole fucking time? Like, that's fucking...
That's so weird.
I think, like, she actively wants to say shit to me. Like, she wants to...
But she doesn't know what she wants to... I think she has a massive lesbian crush on you. I don't know, but... She thinks about the CCCP all day.
No.
She loves the CCCP.
Oh my god.
For those of you who don't know, that's the initials for the USSR in Russian, but also it stands for Comrade Cheese Croissants Pussy, which is you.
Oh my god. Anyway, Comrade. So and after this, she also the day, like, I guess before Friday as well, she would, like, we would be on the terrace, like, just standing talking. I would be talking to one of my friends, and she would literally look at me, start coming towards me, and then, like, backing off.
What the fuck?
Like, I'm not, like, I cannot, like...
What is she trying? This is kind of, like, worrying.
I think she wants to say, like, she just wants to say something.
Maybe.
Like, she wants to piss me off.
Dude.
Because,
I have a theory. Maybe she also hears Satan. And she...
Oh my god, stop!
And Satan's telling her, hey, this chick also hears me.
This is why I don't share my feelings. This is why I don't share what's going on in my head. Because
please, I love you. No.
Everything. Because
I love you.
Now you're gonna make fun of me for the rest of my fucking life. Like, fucking kill me? Okay.
No. Come on, we make fun of each other through thick and thin, Sophia. If I don't mock you, how will I prove to you that I will die without you?
Okay. No, I know it's a joke.
Fucking retarded. I'm sorry.
But this is just why I repress everything. This is why I hear this voice in my head.
Yeah, you're just for the record, you're really not doing yourself any favors right now.
Honestly, hello, this is how I am. Nice to meet you. Like,
I mean, not like I'm any better. I'm like a total moron.
I mean, at least it hasn't happened for a year, so.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. So I'm getting better, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just...
But yeah, this girl is just so confusing to me, like...
Maybe she's Satan. Maybe she's the voice you hear in your head.
Oh my god.
And that's why she's trying to approach you. Sophia, I've been inside you for so long.
Oh my god. Oh, that's... Okay. She wrote something in Arabic, like...
I don't speak Arabic. Why are you? She wrote something in Arabic. Full stop. That's it. End of the sentence.
No. Sorry, a plane was passing. Okay. Anyway, she wrote something in Arabic,
Okay.
Okay, fun fact, whenever a car drives past, or like a plane flies past, or someone closes the fucking front door of the house, the whole building shakes. So like my whole like room shakes. That's why I'm like, for a second I was like, okay, shit. Anyway, this is the
understatement of the year. Continue.
Infrastructure with the like infrastructure was in Florence. Like, hello, this is great. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so she wrote something in Arabic once, and I started reading it, and I read it out loud. You know, because like I can more or less read Arabic, and I just wanted to like see if I could still fucking read it. You know.
Yeah.
And she literally turns around. I'm not kidding, but this happened before she said I knew you wouldn't last, right? She turns around and she's like, "Wow, you're good."
That sounds like a porn script. Wow, you're so good.
Deadass, she said this. Like,
that's so weird.
I'm not even kidding. Like, basically, like, my friend, she was doing this social experiment sort of thing, and, like, people would go, like, she pasted, like, a paper on the student wall, and she wrote, like, express yourself on it, basically. So people were writing all kinds of shit on it. And I was there while this girl was writing on it, like, the Arabic thing, and I started
express
reading
yourself.
It, so
I hear Satan.
I hate you.
I'm sorry, continue.
It's a problem, okay. Anyway, it's fine.
Sorry.
I'm good. Yeah, so she's like, wow, you're good. Like, and I literally almost fucking lost it. Like, oh my god.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
Yeah, like, I didn't knew English either, you know?
I didn't knew English. You know, your head was close to explode.
Dude, I'm close to cry.
I'm close to cry.
I'm close.
I have this huge pet peeve. Actually, anyone else in my university who speaks basic English will have this pet peeve. But I don't know if you're like they do the same thing in your like uni. But like Italians use anticipate as the antonym of postpone.
Yeah.
And it's so, like, they'll be messaging, like, the class group chat, and they're like, we will anticipate the test for Thursday. And it's like, what? What does that mean?
You're waiting for the test on Thursday? Okay, cool. Like,
yeah. It's like, oh, we're going to ask him if we can anticipate, you know, the test for December. And it's like, I don't think I get what you want to say, but I don't think you know what you actually mean. All shade, all tea, though, because, like, yeah.
Sometimes, like, it's just, like,
I don't like to judge people's ability for speaking English, because, like, of course, there's no reason you have to speak English, but, like, you're studying in English, or, like, for example, like, some of my professors, you're teaching in English. Make a coherent sentence, that's all I ask. Like, I mean, my English isn't perfect, but, like, it's like, hey, like, put in, like, an effort, like, like, one time we had this, like, one, like, professor, and I'm not even kidding, I did not think that he was speaking in English. I genuinely thought he was speaking, like, Italian or something.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's just, like, the only frustrating thing.
Yeah, like, one of my professors, she says, like, when she says, I can't hear you, or whatever, she says, I can't listen.
I can't listen.
Yeah. And, like, once, she was like, who wants to read, like, the presentation? Or, like she puts, like, an essay on the board, and she's like, someone read this for the class. Like, it's because she doesn't want to fucking teach. And I'm just like, okay, and no one is volunteering, so I'm like, okay, I'll read it, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing better to do in this class anyway. So I start reading it, and she's like, we cannot listen to you.
So, bitch, why'd you ask me to read?
Exactly, like, literally says, we cannot listen. And she also says, like, please leave the telephones. Like, she means, like, don't leave the telephones. She's like, please. And also, another thing she says, sorry, but this is so fucking hilarious to me. She says, take attention.
What?
Please take attention.
Oh my god. No, they also say that, like, here. I've heard them say that.
Yeah. Please leave the telephones in class. Please, like,
Oh, one of my favorite
it's just, oh my god, I'm sorry.
memories with bad English is aside from this isn't bad English, this is more being an idiot. I don't understand how you could fuck up this badly, but one time in my anatomy class, the professor misspelt carbohydrates 3 times.
Yeah.
Lady, you're a doctor. This is you're teaching us this course, which means you're a specialist in it, and the course is in English. How do you misspell carbohydrates?
Dude,
3 times.
I get it. Okay, I get it once. You missed one letter, or you missed.
No, but the thing is, they spelled it differently 3 times. They spelled it correctly once, but they misspelled it 2 times. So they had 3 different spellings of carbohydrates, and it was what? And there was also another time where this is probably one of my favorites, but it was in humanities class, and we were learning about doctor-patient interactions, and she wanted to give an example of a patient who was really upset, and she was this may happen, they'll blame the doctor, the most important thing is for the doctor to keep their cool, whatever, blah blah blah. And this is what she did. She went up to this girl sitting at the front of our class, and she was like, "Why did you did that, you stupid doctor? Why did you did?" And the entire class just went quiet for a split second, and we all started laughing. It was so weird. It just kind of stuck. "Why did you did that, you stupid doctor? Why did you did?" Literally, I quote verbatim. The reason I remember this word for word is because it's the name of one of my group chats with my friends.
Why did you did that?
Why did you did that? Literally. And she also broke a table. She was leaning on the table, and the table because our tables are in rows.
Yeah.
And that just fell over, and it pushed the other row, which is you see, it's a row of tables and then a row of chairs, and attached to the chairs are the tables behind it. So it just kind of started a domino effect that luckily stopped at the second row, but some people's laptops and shit fell down, and it was awkward.
Dude.
Yeah, that's all, pretty much.
Man, Italy is crazy. One of my professors, he literally says, "With your Brian thinking," he means brain. And I seriously.
Oh my god.
Yes. Okay, can I just say this? Sometimes when I go to speak to him about my project and stuff, I need to physically stop myself from even smiling, because what he says is, he's okay, so thinking, this bottle should be thinking,
thinking.
Yeah, he just says he doesn't say okay, you should think about this. He says, in your brain, thinking this bottle. A straight face. I can't laugh.
In your brain, excuse me, my boyfriend's name is Mark. Can I go inside him? Wow. That's one thing I love about Italy. They just they're simple people here, man.
Yeah.
That's the best way to describe Italians. They're simple people, and because of that, they make life so much harder for us. For us. Dude, I don't know why I said it like that. Us.
Yeah, dude.
All eyes on us.
I love Italians.
Everybody in the club. They watching us. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry. I've lost it. I've officially lost it. Yeah, I think we learned that 5 minutes into the podcast.
Oh, fun. That was on the internet forever. Great. Okay.
I'm so sorry. But, sorry, you were saying something.
No, it's fine. I really appreciate, my professors, because,
yeah.
They're literally teaching us, they can do better shit.
They're literally teaching us. That's their job description.
But
I love teachers. They're literally teaching us. Driving instructors literally instruct us on how to drive. And, don't get me started on captains. They literally teach us how to cap.
Okay, are you done?
I don't know, Satan.
Oh my god.
Not today, Satan. Is that you every morning? Maybe that's why you haven't been hearing him.
I should have never said anything.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love you. Please, continue. Please.
Okay. So,
Please stop. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, sometimes I'm like, when they say something wrong in English, I'm like, how would they say this in Italian? Like, thinking? Like, pensare? Like, I don't understand. Like, the one you say, like, think about this, you know? Like, why does he say thinking? Like, I don't, like, this is what confuses me. Like,
I don't even know. They should just, like, learn the basics, honestly. It's, like, it's not even that hard. Like, I mean, I'm just gonna say, is it that hard to find, like, people who know, like, enough English to make a coherent sentence? Like, we have to, like, I don't know about your uni, but, like, mine asked me for, like, an IELTS certification, even though, like, the school I went to was, like, British curriculum, and they were like, oh, we still need proof that you speak English. And it's like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I did, like, GCSE, I did first language English. Like,
yeah, same here.
You know?
And then IB, I also did, first language was, like, English, but, like, still, I still had to do, like, and a lot of other people that I went to, like, school with, like, they also have to do the IELTS. And, like, here, it's like, wait a minute, like, what about these fucking people?
Yeah, like, when I look at the Italians in my class, I mean, I get my uni's international.
Yeah.
They're doing the Italian.
I'm mainly hearing about the professors, but, yeah, the Italians, too.
I don't know, but I don't even, like, to be honest, like, I understand them. Like, I understand the teachers, but...
Yeah. Sometimes I really don't understand the teachers. Like, I genuinely, like most times, like, I'm just, like, sitting in class, like, what?
Yeah, like, the thing is, what was I gonna say? Like, we have a teacher that's he's an American teacher, but I think his wife is Italian, so he knows Italian, right? But he talks in an American accent, like, in Italian.
Buongiorno.
So, like,
Come stai?
Yeah, literally, deadass. That's literally, and he mixes English with Italian when he speaks Italian. He's like, he says something like, devo prendere, you know? And then he's like, okay, alright. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he mixes.
I was about to say okay
Italian
is universal, but, like, when you said alright, I was like, okay.
Oh, yeah. No, he says alright, he says, yeah. Like, so, for Italians, I feel bad because, like, in this class, because, like, his Italian is fine, you know, it's good.
Yeah.
But like, I imagine it's hard for them as well, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, hey, you're studying in English, you know, fucking survive.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's both, like, Italian and English.
Yeah.
So, but also, you know what I noticed? Like, I don't know if it's just me, but, like, I feel like Italians, especially, like, the professors, when you don't know Italian, they think you're stupid.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, okay, honestly, like, I find it really dumb, like, people who live abroad and they don't speak the language of the place they live in, like, especially in a place like Italy, because not a lot of people speak English. Like, it's like Milan is, like, more like international businessy, whatever, so that it's, like, easier to find people who speak in English. But, like, places like Florence and like Torino,
no, I get it.
You know, it's like really important, but it's also because, like, you're living there. No matter how little or how long, you should, like, make an effort to, like, learn the language. And, like, some internationals, like, they just don't bother, and then they get annoyed and they blame it on other things. Like, we were having, like, this issue with my class, and, like, this kid was just going off, like, oh, the uni, like, should do a better job of the Italian classes, blah blah. Like, I went to, like, 3 of the uni's Italian classes, and I was like, fuck, this is like hello, how are you, like, level shit. And the advanced one was too advanced. But, like, right now I speak, like, Italian better than like, some of the internationals in my class. You know? And it's like, stop making excuses.
No, I get it, like, I'm learning Italian, like, I can understand it, I can speak, like, I can speak enough to live here, right?
Yeah, me too, yeah.
But, like, to my professors, I don't speak with them in Italian. Like,
because it's
English. Because
hey, I'm studying in English.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, but I feel like, but one of my professors, like, he literally, like, he's like, today we speak in Italian with you, like, with me.
What the fuck?
You know, like, like, laughing at me, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, go ahead, dude. Like, I understand.
Try me, bitch. I got Satan on my side.
Like, that's it.
No, please.
That does it. Okay, I'm done. Bye.
This was the fight of all the shit I've done. Have I done weird shit?
No.
Can I be honest just for a second? This, like, off topic.
I'm scared.
No, I'm not being mean.
Okay.
I want to say that I personally feel like this, I know this is only our third episode, but this has been like our most coherent episode. Like us just going off.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. I was actually really nervous. Because I was like, shit, what if we go quiet like for long periods of time?
Well, thank God I brought the Satan thing up.
Yeah, because there's not even a moment of, you don't have time to like think. You don't have time to use your Brian.
I don't have time to be thinking in my Brian. Like,
but yeah.
I knew also my Brian wouldn't last, you know?
My Brian wouldn't last. It was close to explode, man.
Dude, I was close to cry.
It was close to cry.
I can't,
Sophia, how can you be so horny to invite people to your house?
Dude, that ass, like, do you know the meaning of the word?
One of Sophie's friends was like, I don't know, Sophie said, let's invite this guy just to be nice. And the girl was like, what did she say? Why are you so horny to invite him?
Yeah. She's like, no, she said, why are we so horny to invite like, this guy, his name? And I'm like, what? Do you know, like
it didn't make any sense at all. Like when you
I said, like,
I was like, what?
We were talking about like inviting people over, and I was like, okay, let's invite this person. But then like this guy's friend is this other guy that I was like, okay, let's invite him.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let's invite him too, you know?
Yeah.
And she's like, why are we so horny to invite him? Dead ass, like verbatim.
Do you know the meaning? Do you speak this language? Do you speak English? There's this thing I like to do, which is like, it can come off as racist, but in my defense, it's like a character, but like I like to call her Sasha. And she just literally talks like this, and she's like, do you speak English? Oh my god, dude, I showed my roommate the first episode, and she was listening to it, and she was like, Sarah, why are you talking like this? And I was listening to the first episode, and I was like, holy shit, I really do sound like that. Like, that is actually how I'm talking. I sound like I'm from, like, I live on Venice Beach. Yeah. Like, oh my, I was listening, and I just wanted to, like, rip my eyes out.
Your eyes or your ears?
Everything. Everything. I don't rip Satan out of my Brian.
Yeah. But yeah, like, sometimes, like, my friends just say stuff in English, and I'm like, do you know? Like,
do you know what you're saying? It's like they're pressing the predictive text button in English, hoping it forms, like, a coherent sentence. It's like, yeah, I think she'll understand what I mean, right? And then you're reading the message, and you're like, what?
But literally, like, why are we so horny to invite him? Like, that was, like, the golden moment. Like,
it sounds like a line from one of those like Google Translate sings videos, honestly.
Dude, I swear.
Oh my god. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, like honestly, just look up translator fails, and it's like this chick, Melinda Kathleen Reese, she makes like songs, and she translates the lyrics back and forth until it makes no sense. And she has like an amazing voice. And it's so funny, like I can't even, like, you just have to go watch it. I can't even say more. It's just one of those things you have to watch.
Yeah.
Sorry, Satan just took over for a second. Like, I don't. Sophia, what was that noise?
An airplane passed.
You know what was it? That was like. Like what passed by the microphone? An airplane passed.
Yeah. That was, like you couldn't see my face, but I was like, that's it, I'm done.
That's it, I'm done. Man, we should try and make like an ASMR video.
Oh my god.
Like once. Like an hour-long ASMR video.
No.
This is Satan. I am inside Sophia's Brian.
And that's basically it.
Do you hear my lips smacking?
Ew.
I'm about to say something to Sophia.
No.
Look at all those chickens.
Oh my god.
This is the quality content you guys have subscribed for. Subscribe for more, definitely. Don't you think so, Soph?
For sure.
Sofa and Uncle Armchair.
Oh my god.
Fighting crime. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times. Well, would you like to do the outro?
Okay, sure. Thanks for listening.
Did you clap? Thank you for listening. Good job.
Good job. We did it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for listening to the third episode of what's the podcast called?
Okay, Martini.
I have been Martini.
And I'm not okay.
I should have seen that coming. I really should have seen that coming. I'm not okay.
For sure.
Please call 911 after this podcast.
Wait, I can't believe never mind.
No, please say it.
I can't believe I've never told you about the Satan thing.
Yeah.
That just shows how much I repress.
Wow. That's like, and you tell me everything.
A lot.
More than I should know, Macron.
Oh my god.
We'll talk about that another time. Yeah, we'll talk about that. But anyways, thank you for listening, guys. This has been the third episode. Check out our second episode if you haven't already. If you have, then, do it again. Just keep it looping in the background and, press the like button 3 times. Yeah. That's it. Comment, subscribe. Thank you for listening.